In The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Zaphod, a self-centered and egotistical character, puts himself into a machine called the Total Perspective Vortex, a device that causes madness in all of its users as they observe how small and insignificant they are in relation to the universe. As I read the description of this machine and its use, I realized that I couldn't even begin to imagine what it would feel like to have the weight of the universe brought to bear upon a single person. To my surprise, I would experience something that up until that point I'd only read about. Happenstance brought me to try on a friend's Oculus Rift development kit. The first demo I tried was one called Titans of Space. From the moment it started, it was shocking to find that along with feeling fear, I had also felt a sense of perspective, something that reminded me that in the grand scheme of the universe, we are an insignificant part of the greater whole. Through this looking glass, I finally understood. The whole of existence on Earth was a very delicate thing within a volatile universe. Looking at the Earth, I also felt for a moment what Bruce Lee described in an interview about the human race, that under the sky there is but one family. To see that pale blue sphere floating in space is to realize that the universe exists far beyond the horizon, and that one does not merely exist within the domain that the eyes can see. To be frank, up until that point, nothing like this device or that experience had ever been created. And I would argue that the push we see today for VR by HTC, Oculus, and Sony had as much to do with the community who tried on the headsets than it did with the technologies that helped make it more advanced. Which brings me to the point of all of this. Does it really matter whether or not ZeniMax's technology made Oculus what it is today? In my opinion, whether that's true or not is inconsequential. It was the Oculus that gave me perspective to see the world differently. It is to them that I give credit. Simply put, Titanic companies fight one another over the details, but miss the most important question of all. Did what you make impact me or change the way I view the world? And I can say without hesitation that Oculus has changed my worldview. Thank you all for listening. Please leave your input below. Be it in agreement or conflict with what I had said, I'd like to hear your perspective.